I began to live with the cows from sun up till sundown. I became part of the herd. I walked with them, talked with them, laid down with them, took my sack lunch out there with them. I began to feel the vibration, the frequency, and the beauty of being a bovine. And I became one with them. And they became one with me, and I was accepted. And by God, Tommy Sonnen was not going to sell them cows. I would have taken a bullet in the street for them. And so when he threatened me to do just that, I said, if you do, I'm going to follow you to the sale barn. I'm going to buy them all back with your credit card. And I'm going to bring them all back to the sanctuary, to the ranch. It wasn't a sanctuary yet. But see, one day I walked out there, and Tommy, he says, you stay out of my blankety-blank business, and he threw his hat on the ground, and I was just like, no, this is no longer a business. These are my friends. They are like my family, and you will not sell them. And he was like, Renee, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with all these cows? What do you want to do? They breed. They have babies. What are we going to do with all of them? I said, well, we'll just have to figure it out. And he didn't know it, but in the background, I had been building a coalition of vegans. And it didn't take me very long. I had a secret diary, like a journal called Vegan Journal of a Rancher's Wife. And I was collecting names and emails and numbers. And next thing you know, I had the folks gathered to help me do a fundraiser to buy my husband's cows. And so that's what I told him. I said, will you let me buy them? And I'd already had, a secret coalition going that gave me the courage to say, let me buy your cows. And he was like, Renee, how are you going to do that? I said, well, what if I do? Will you let me buy them? And he didn't know I was already building a force behind me. And so he played along. He said, okay, Renee, if I went to the sale barn, I could get, probably 35, 40,000. I'll sell them to you for 30. I said, okay, 30. And I said, will you let me lease the land for $1 a year? And he was like, sure, Renee, just appeasing me. And I said, how about 2 years? He said, sure, Renee. Well, next thing you know, I went back to my people, of which Kip Anderson was one of them. And I said, yes, we could do this. And so I started a fundraiser, and I went to my husband and I said, okay, we got the fundraiser started, and the money was rolling in. And Tommy could not believe it. He began to witness the power behind, Rowdy Girl, the mission. And so that's kind of like how it got started. I don't know. It's kind of miraculous, actually.
But he's on board now. I mean, he's vegan and supports you, or supports your,
of course,
mission. And
oh my God, not only does he support it, he's like one of the backbones. He's one of the pillars. He's a co-founder now. And without him, I don't know what I'd do. He takes care of all these cows out here. We got, right at 70. And so he feeds them. We have a staff too. We have 2 animal caretakers that, that take care of them too. But my husband takes care of all the pastures, make sure that, I know what we need for the cows. He goes out there. Right now we're feeding them, hay, round bales that was actually supposed to be our hay for the winter, because we're in a drought right now. We're in a serious drought. And so we're actually feeding to the tune of $240 to $250 a day right now to our cows that we should not be doing. So, without my husband, he went vegan on May 2nd of 2015, not too long after me. And that was our first vegan awareness festival and fundraiser that we had. And I did that to get the rest of the money I needed to buy his herd. And that was the day he went vegan. He realized he could have So Delicious ice cream and Follow Your Heart cheese. And he took the turn.
That's amazing. What a great story. That might be the best intro story, Jason, that we've had on our podcast.
I agree.